It's a dream, obviously come true. It's a lot. We were in Atlanta for less than a year. So the transition was quick, but the family's good. My kids, they're really looking forward to it. I have coached them on, the Bulls. Food here is crazy. Michael, he took me to Erie Cafe. That spot was good, man. I had the chicken parmesan, but that's Chicago. That's the community. I love it. I love what this city is about. I love what this community is about. I'm gonna get it out the mud just as much as they do. Here in Chicago, we have to be open to making necessary changes. If we're doing the same thing in the last 10 years, doing it today, we're behind the curve. So this is a great opportunity to come in, analyze, see what's going on, and then make changes where needed. We're gonna do everything we can to just not skip necessary steps to get there. Don't wanna push our chips in too early. I've always prided myself on being a good communicator. It comes easy to me as a player. I love connecting with my teammates. It's just flowed really well into my professional career. So when I was at A&M, I tore my ACL, and I was basically at the end of the bench. Didn't really get a chance to play that much. And so my leadership style really became more of a servant leadership style, where I was kind of leading from behind. I'm not the get behind me, full steam ahead. I like to be behind. I like to push people forward. And if you're behind people, you can see where they're going. I love that, because it's just, you have to see everything in front of you. Because it's not just me. I know I get a lot of the credit for some of these things, but I got to work with a lot of really good people that also helped with that. We turned over the roster a lot in Atlanta, but we were looking for a team that played the right way and played together. We had an identity that we were trying to create, and I felt like we were able to establish that identity. But it all started with understanding the type of person we wanted to bring in the building. There's a type of person that we're looking for and player that we're looking for. The person has to be tough, needs to be competitive, and they need to work hard. The size, the length, the skill, and the athleticism are really, really important. You get those two combined, you're probably gonna land on a really good player. The one thing I would tell fans is that if I had a crystal ball and I could tell you that in 4 years we'd be playing for a championship, I promise you I would do that. But these things, they take time, and growth is not linear. Guys get better at different stages and different times, and so be patient, but just know internally we're gonna be doing things the right way, and we're gonna be pouring everything we have into this team, into making the right decisions. It's going to happen, but we're just gonna need your time and your continued support. That's the one thing about this city. Through the good and the bad, they always show up, and then we're gonna need them to continue to show up. We're gonna get there. We're going to get there, but it's just you gotta be patient. I feel the weight. It's a weight that needs to be felt in a position like this. If you're leading the Bulls and you just feel like this is just a job, you're not the one for the job. I'm looking forward to one day hanging another banner and winning a championship here in Chicago. I understand what this comes with, and it has a great ring to it, and I want to win championships and do a lot of good things here, but I feel the necessary pressure with this position.